Hello, beautiful brave ones. It is Self-Love Month in my Brave Enough group, and I wanted to get across some really key points when it comes to this subject that is pervasive. I haven't come across many people, or maybe I haven't come across anyone, including myself, who can easily fall into the trance of unworthiness. So what does this look like? Well, let me go straight to the regrets of the dying. And this was circulating widely at one stage. She was an Australian nurse that worked in hospice care. And the number one regret of the dying was that they lived for others. They never lived their own authentic life. They lived according to others' expectations. And that is really quite sad, I think, to get to the end of your life and realize that you haven't been true to yourself. And it's so easy to happen because we become conditioned. We're culturally conditioned. We're conditioned in our families. And of course, we don't want to step out of line and not be approved of by our friends. So secondly, I'm going to broach the topic of being in a trance, an unworthy trance. A not good enough trance. It really is universal. And remember, the brain has this negativity bias. So it's so easy to step into that place where you think, I'm bad. I'm the bad one. Something wrong with me. Whereas in actual fact, your brain is just, that survival brain is geared to look for the negative to keep you safe. It's always looking for it. So be aware of that and be aware of the fact that the brain is a great servant, but it's not a very good master. It's really up to us to take control and lead it. Lead ourselves where we want to go, to an awesome, awesome life where we're creating awesome businesses and personal lives with balance the way we want to, so that we don't have those regrets. So let's go back to this trance of unworthiness. Stop that nonsense. Get out of it. Next time you are about to be triggered, stop yourself. Be aware of the gap. So there is this gap. And Viktor Frankl was the psychologist that pointed it out. He said, between the stimulus and the response, there is a space. And there is such power and freedom in that space. So I want you to notice next time you start to feel yourself getting, let's say, slipping into that space of, I've done something wrong. I should have done that. I should have done that. I'm terrible. I've let them down. I've let myself down. Just grab yourself back in that space. And there is a practice in psychology. It was actually first introduced by Michelle McDonald, called the RAIN method. It's an acronym. So R is for recognize. Recognize you've been triggered. A is for allow the feelings, because when we're healing, it's very important not to bypass those feelings. Allow them. Feel those feelings. And that's how you access the wisdom. Where does this come from? So that it doesn't become an ongoing pattern. R-A-I is to, I've forgotten now, I is to investigate. Investigate. Where does it come from? What is it about? And that is like even a more crucial part of loosening its hold over you. And then N is not identified, not attached. So when you can realize, this is like a little bit of a negativity bias creeping in here. I'm really not that bad. Pull yourself back and don't become identified with that pull on the nervous system to sink into something negative. And you can actually feel it. You can feel it in your body. So avoid that gap. Mind the gap. It's beautiful. So next time, remember that R-A-I-N, recognize, allow, investigate, and not identified. Don't identify with it. Because really, we are so rigged for something can go wrong. We're always looking for it. And it can quickly lead you to, I'm bad, I'm not good enough, there's something wrong with me. And worth pointing out also is the culture. Our culture is not, it doesn't invite us to be content with our lives. The whole economy would stop if it was all about contentment. They want us to believe we need something more to be happy, another thing. So start to really build this feeling of self-worth. It does not come from out there. It comes from deep inside. So I'd like to lead you now with a little bit of tapping, just to let go a little, loosen the hold of the negativity and build up that self-trust. It's really about trusting yourself. I've got my back, I'm okay. And the more you build that self-trust, the less you're going to fall into the abyss. So I want you to first anchor in a happy memory, and that's a place you can just go to in your mind. Go there now. And if you don't have a happy place, you might have a beautiful view out your window. You can just have a look at it and notice how good it makes you feel. So just go there now for 5 seconds. Feel how good it feels and spread it right through your body. Notice where you feel it in your body. Spread it around like a big wave of love, self-love. Feel it on a cellular level. And I really want you to feel how good it is. It's good being in this place. And take a deep breath in, squeeze your wrist, blow it away and say peace. And every time we take a deep breath, we are engaging the vagus nerve, and that calms down the nervous system. So now I want you to go to any doubt you have over your self-worth. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of this. I should have done this. I should have done that. I didn't please them. I don't know enough. You got it? Rate it 0 to 10. How strong is it? And feel free to pause at any stage during this video if you need a bit of extra time. This is tap and go. We are changing something right here, right now. Are you ready? Okay. So you've got a number, that feeling, that deficit of self-love. Is it an 8? Make it even stronger. What did you do? Okay. Now, let's say we've all been in a room of darkness for 1,000,000 years and we flick on the lights. The darkness disappears and we are in the light. I release and eliminate all fears, all sadness, the trance of unworthiness, all the ways I don't feel good enough, all the ways I've told myself I don't know enough. What will they say if I be myself? Who do I think I am? I better not get too big for my britches. I let it go. That feeling of not good enough, haven't done enough, I'm not enough. I'm letting it all go today. Blow it away and say peace. Right, and you do know about my 2 kangaroos that come across for afternoon tea. Well, if I look out my window, I might see them. I am in Australia with a South African accent. So go back now and check on that rating of that not good enough feeling. How's it? Notice how it's starting to change. And I'm sure it's come down. We've taken the edge off it. Give it a number. Just trust that number. Okay, you got it. Boing, boing. Those are my kangaroos. I let it go. All the not good enoughs. wherever it came from in the past. Whatever I made it mean about me, that I'm not good enough, that I had to please everybody, I let it go. That I had to be someone for everybody, I let it go. That love is conditional, I let it go. I let it all go now. With Darine, we're doing it together. And take a deep breath in, blow it out, and say peace. And think about my two kangaroos drinking tea together, eating pink cake. We have such a lot of fun here in Australia. Seriously. Okay, go back. And notice if you still feel bothered, if you still feel that deficit in self-love, self-trust. How does it feel now? There's something missing, not good enough. Gone down even further. Okay, let's do another round. Notice what's left. Give it a number. Let's rate it. This is called a Suds Rating. It's very common in psychology. It allows you to notice how you've changed. Okay, that number. Notice what it means. Everything it means, everything it holds, and I let it go. I'm letting it go today. I'm okay as I let it go. I'm safe as I let it go. I give myself permission to let it go, that last bit. It's time to trust me. It's time to love me. It's time to feel worthy. What if all my value and all my worth comes from inside of me and not out there? I'm ready to ramp it up. And as I ramp it up and as I allow myself to fill up with self-approval, my ratings soar. I allow myself to be visible. I allow myself to be seen. I follow my truth. I live my best life according to me. It's so unique. I get to choose what it is. It's so exciting. I give myself all the encouragement I need, and it feels good. It's safe to feel good. So it's safe to be me. Unique, quirky, unbelievable, brave me. And a big breath in. And say peace and perfect. And let's have a cup of tea, piece of cake. Or maybe we won't have a piece of cake. Maybe we don't want to get too fat. We might not feel good enough. Okay. So I'm gathering that you might have improved your self-love rating. If you haven't, feel free to rewind and go again. Be persistent. This is definitely what it's about. Persistence wins. And let's finish off with just some beautiful positive affirmations, because I really want you to get to that point where you're brave enough to be yourself. 100%. Okay, so let's tap it in. It's safe to be me, to be free, to be my own hero. I'm so excited. I'm following my purpose, full of honor. I give myself the space to do what I love. I'm so grateful. All my love, all my worthiness, all my value comes from deep inside. I'm taking back my power. It's time to shine. It's time to sparkle. And I'm safe to do it. And I support myself as I go. I'm really okay. Take a deep breath in, blow it away, and say peace. And you might just want to close your eyes now and imagine yourself doing something that you've really wanted to do for a long time. It might be putting out a Facebook post where you declare your personal passion, where you show your unique tendencies. And remember, not everyone's going to like what you do, and that's okay. But you will be guaranteed to have your supporters. So imagine yourself doing that thing that you've been putting off because you've been living in the trance of unworthiness. Notice how good it feels in this place, and notice what you believe about yourself. I am worthy. I am strong. I am supporting myself. I'm free to be me. It's been an absolute honor to tap and change with you today. Thank you for joining me, and have an amazing February, and keep building up self-love, self-acceptance, self-worthiness. You get to choose. Bye for now.